What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading, hanging with the sleepy beaver in a basket, and I'm going to dive right into messages from the masculines. I want to see how they're feeling in their heart space for the divine feminines, okay? How are the masculines feeling for you in the heart space? Okay, we have religious factors and we have reconciliation, okay? So religious factors, I feel like a lot of your masculines are trying to break down those walls or those illusions around seeing you as weird or strange, divine feminine, okay? Because I do feel like a lot of you who are on the twin flame journey or know of it or you resonate with the feminine energy, you're more on the spiritual side, okay? You're into exploring your spirituality. You believe in certain things like divination or that angels are with us. You can also, find healing through the earth, for example. You're very in tune with nature. Whereas your masculine might be a little bit more religious. They don't believe that, there's the Mother Earth, and they might be like, set in a certain way of thinking. And what I see happening here is, for a long time, you seemed very different from what your divine masculine was conditioned to believe would be acceptable, like within a mate, within a partner. Okay, I feel like for a long time, many of your masculines spent time either ghosting you, running, listening to other people's opinions, giving into their upbringing or the beliefs that they had, and that kept you two at a distance. But the energy of reconciliation doesn't care about religious factors or religious differences, okay? Notice the way that they're grasping each other here. It says someone from your past is returning to your love life. I feel like if many of you have been in separation because of differences between like your culture or just you believing in this twin flame journey, which made you completely like kind of ostracized from society or your masculine's world, I feel like all of that goes out the window because many of your masculines are having certain experiences where they long for you, right? They miss you. They dream of you. They have the same kinds of synchronicities that you guys do, the song synchronicities, seeing your name in unusual places, especially if they're with a karmic partner, for example. They could end up going to watch a movie and one of the characters in the movie is your name, and they have to listen to it playing throughout the entire time. Like, I feel like many of your masculines are finding themselves in these very odd predicaments where they can't deny the whole spirituality, weird synchronistic connection between you, because even they are starting to scratch their heads, thinking to themselves, like, if this isn't more than just an attraction or crush, then why are all these weird things happening? Why am I seeing this person in, for example, my dreams? Why am I seeing their names in unusual places and now all of a sudden I'm thinking about them? Why am I all of a sudden experiencing, anxiety or, for many of us, we become so introverted, we start isolating. I feel like those are the things that many of your masculines have experienced, will be experiencing, these kinds of synchronistic events that are coming up, and it's pushing them into reconciliation. So I feel like this is a reading for those of you who, again, if you have been separated by like the differences between you two, I feel like those differences are, what's coming out here? I feel like those differences are, like they're becoming less and less relevant. Like I feel like many of your masculines are like, what's the point? Like everything in my body wants this divine feminine. Like who the F cares about what religion we are, okay? Whereas before, this meant something to them. They were concerned about other people's opinions. It could be parents, it could be friends, it could be just people in their community that this connection to you was odd. It was strange. It made them look strange. But now I'm feeling like they're maturing, okay? We do have, see the separation and longing? It's coming out because reconciliation is here. Reconciliation comes when they can't take it anymore. They're longing for you in this moment of separation because I'm hearing like it physically hurts, okay? It feels physically uncomfortable to be away from you, to be apart from you, okay? They're feeling that. That's why this whole religious thing is crumbling. It doesn't matter, right? They're longing for you. They're reaching out for you. We also have release, surrender, and purge. And that's why I feel like the religious factors aren't going to matter for many of you, even if you're at the beginning of your journey and it seems impossible, I feel like within divine timing, it all eventually crumbles. It releases, it surrenders, because that's part of lifting the vibration on the planet. Many twin flames do come here, and of course they end up breaking down things like religious factors keeping two people apart who love one another, right? You guys could be different races, you could be of different like statuses in life, coming from different like family backgrounds and things like that. And many of your masculines have been raised to view you, divine feminine, as not good enough, or you just don't mix, or like whatever the case is. I feel like all of that is breaking down because of unity consciousness is coming through. All of that is being released and surrendered, okay? And many of your masculines are recognizing their self-worth and the expectations that they have of themselves. Self-worth is about realizing, like, listen, this makes me happy, this is what I'm going to do, and that's it, right? They're starting to recognize that part of this whole connection, this experience with you, is about choosing love. They're worthy of that romantic, euphoric, crazy, passionate love filled with chemistry. They're worthy of it. They're worthy of having that. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of your connection who is on the outside looking in. I feel like many of your masculines are starting to realize, like, I don't want to live in limitations and fears over something like religious factors, right? Like, you guys notice here, it's really interesting, but how these two images seem like one is at a distance and then the other is literally like reaching out. I feel like a lot of your masculines are longing for you. That's why this is not going to make a difference anymore. It says your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Your masculines, family, friends, like whoever, they're not going to have a say anymore. And furthermore, I feel like your masculines' fears or the limitations around feeling ways about connecting with someone who is different from them, is different from what their outside community expects of them, they're going to start saying, wait a second, the only expectations I need to have are the expectations of myself, okay? But I feel like with the reconciliation card, these kinds of realizations are happening now, okay? It is your masculines maturing. Maybe you guys could have been in separation for a very long time. As they grow through these lessons, then reconciliation comes. But while they're in the middle of learning these lessons, I feel like a lot of you are in this place of surrendering, releasing the connection. That's what helps them to realize the religious factors. Like when you okay, all right, we're too different. I don't mix with your family, whatever the case is. Okay, let's remove my energy, right? So many of the feminines have taken that path where a lot of you know your self-worth. You know what it is you expect of yourself, and you're not about to let anybody sway you on your beliefs. So because of that, I feel like now things are kind of turning around here with the divine masculines where, without your energy, they miss you, they long for you. So really, this is not enough to keep you guys apart. It's not worth it, is what I hear the divine masculine saying. Okay, so they could be putting people in their place at this time, like kind of standing up for the connection here is what I'm getting. Doing their own thing, even if they have to be on their own for a while. Okay, what's coming up for you too with reconciliation? Okay, I will take it because I do feel like, there's a lot that's coming up from the masculines, okay? We have love yourself first, which goes hand in hand with self-worth, okay? And also, too, I feel like the divine feminines are loving themselves by, again, removing yourself from the situation. When you love yourself first, when you believe in what it is you believe in, and you're not willing to, again, sway, I feel like that creates a romantic, attractive energy, okay? And it makes your masculines as well want to make the effort towards you, because it's great love. Great love is taking the steps you're guided to take. Part of these steps is breaking down this barrier or this obstacle that's between you two. Because, come on, guys. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? I'm not saying religion. I'm just saying nobody has time for, not wanting to act on how it is you feel in your heart space because someone's different from you based off of their religion. Right? This is true love, which is why it's not going to stand a chance. Your masculines want to express themselves, and nothing is going to end up stopping it. Okay? Very soon with the reconciliation, and very soon, I feel like for many of you, this is going to be very soon. That's why I feel like a lot of you guys have been in separation for quite some time, and your masculines can't take it anymore. They want to give this a chance. It's the only thing left to do. right? Because either way, they're left with this feeling of constantly just missing you, longing for you, no matter what ends up occurring in their life, who they're spending time with, they end up longing for the divine feminine, right? It's true love. It's like, why are you going to let it pass you by in this lifetime? We have calling in your soulmate. A lot of masculines are visualizing you at this time because they want reconciliation and they want it now. You could have your back turned to them because maybe many of you could have been very offended by this obstacle here. Okay, as the high priestess, you saw the bigger picture, you have the knowledge, but it took your masculine some time to get there, to get to this realization. But they're calling you in, guys, because they want time alone with you, maybe to express this truth. Reconciliation, honeymoon, and very soon as a masculine here that's moving towards you, but in this very humble energy here, because I do feel like the separation has taken a toll. And also too, like, they have so much clarity now over just how ridiculous it was to be apart from you for something like this. And the reason I'm saying ridiculous is because a lot of realizations are coming up, and not just this, but even like the act of like listening to other people's opinions or perspectives and allowing that to create distance or space. I feel like they really are growing out of that. Okay, let's get your masculine's best course of action when it comes to reconciliation, and in terms of reaching out. What's your best course of action towards the divine feminines at this time? Okay, so we have Ace of Cups, which is keeping their heart open. I feel like they're hoping that you'll have your heart open too as well. But I do feel like many of the feminines have their heart open. I do feel also too with the feminine collective, there will be an opening up of the heart space again, feeling a little bit more vulnerable towards your masculine, but wait for the energetic shift to happen. Because a lot of you might be in this like very stubborn energy of like, no, I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move forward. But many of us know on this twin flame journey, we're not really in control of that feeling that hits us in the heart, like Cupid hitting us with an arrow in the heart when it comes to our divine masculines. Because like if they are making the effort towards us, and it's genuine, then the universe will provide a way. The universe will start hitting you with synchronicities and meaningful dreams that your masculine has either done some kind of spiritual work where they're pulling you in or they're calling you in again, right? So in order to do that, you're going to have to open up your heart space. And the minute you send out that bird call, like, woohoo, you know, your masculines are going to come turning in your direction with this reconciliation and wanting to spend time alone with you. So I feel like, you know, your masculine's best course of action at this time is just to like keep themselves open so that you are vulnerable again, so that you'll open up your heart space and you'll be inviting towards their advances. Because with the, I think the Make the Effort card did come up as well, because it's great love they're experiencing, guys. Like when they're in separation from you, yeah, it did come out. When they're in separation from you, they go through the same longing. Like if you guys think you miss your masculines when you're in separation, I'm hearing that the kind of pain that they end up feeling, it's very physical. You know, like many of the divine feminines, we kind of suffer in silence because, you know, this high priestess energy lets us know, okay, we're on the journey, this is part of it. But I feel like for the masculines, like they're not so well versed with this whole twin flame thing. So for them, when they miss you, like it physically hurts. It physically makes them sick to the point where they need to close in that distance just to feel better. Okay, so that's what's coming up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this short check-in. Take it easy, and I will catch you guys in the next reading, okay? Bye!